really quick, my name is Matthew Cruz. I'm a business owner and investor based out of Seattle, Washington. I have about a decade of experience when it comes to entrepreneurship and also 7 years as well in the different financial markets. And we've grown an amazing community literally all around the world to teach people, how to trade, how to invest, and how to build residual income. And so today's training is fast start training for new people. So whether you are, new, getting completely set up for success and you're already in the community, or whether you're brand new, kind of just checking out what we have for the first time, either way, you're going to get a lot of value for sure. Um, just to kind of give you guys my 30-second story so that we're not complete strangers. Before this industry, I was literally a broke college student. I was working as a valet parking cars, making $10 an hour. So that's the last 9 to 5 job that I had. And I knew that I obviously wanted to make more money, but I got started in this industry ultimately to have more time, to have more freedom, to eventually be able to, when you think of financial freedom, you think of being able to do what you want, when you want, where you want, with whoever it is that you want, right? And so that was me. And the reality is there's not um for me, I didn't grow up with people around me that had that success, that lifestyle. But around 2017, 2018, I went to an event that they covered similar information to this. And, at that time, I was able to see people my age. I just turned 30 this year. Time flies. At the time, I was 22. That's how long I've been doing this. But seeing people who were older having success was amazing. Seeing people in their 20s and their 30s who were financially independent, they were able to have financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom. They were able to do the things that they wanted to do. For me, I said, hey, you know what? If they could do it, I could do it. And I just went all in. And it's been life changing for me. It's been life changing for everybody here. And yeah, guys. And here's the thing: we recently started with a new platform because they had better education, they had automation, and they had an amazing community. So those are like the three things that I'm going to cover today. I'm going to talk about the education, I'm going to talk about the automation, and I'm going to talk about the community, and then we will go from there. So let me go ahead and share my screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this is Iqonic. This is our company. You might hear us say VIP. VIP is our team within Iqonic. There are thousands of people in this company, and there's different teams within the company. And so you might hear us say VIP because that's our team, or Iqonic, but it's the same thing. So with that being said, when someone gets started, step number one is we have Academy basic videos. You see foreign exchange right here, which is currency trading. This is just an academy for trading in general. Whether you're trading currencies or commodities or stocks or crypto or whatever it is, this is really just an academy for the basics of trading. So if you're brand new, never seen a chart, don't know anything about anything, but you're just interested in learning more, there's a lot of terminology when it comes to trading. It's like learning a new language. And so you are able to go through the entire academy, guys. So yeah, these are pre-recorded videos breaking down the basics. Now, after you do that, the most important step, in my opinion, is the live sessions. Now, think of it like this. We have over a dozen educators that are documented six-figure traders. The ones that I watch have cleared 7, and they're doing live education. They're doing live trading to where you can literally copy their trade. If they make a certain percentage, so do you, but they're also explaining why they're doing what they're doing so you could learn how to actually do it. So whether you want to use Jay Bonham and you want to do US 30 scalping, or whether you want to trade with Gunjan, he trades gold. He's been extremely accurate. Whether you want to learn DeFi, I'm going to talk about our scanner DeFi here with Ricardo. There's multiple live sessions a day every day. And all you have to do is plug in an hour a day. If you have an hour a day to plug into this, you're going to learn, you're going to grow, you're going to get amazing results. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of time. So the live sessions, for me as a visual learner, is my favorite part. Now, let's talk about the strategies, okay? When it comes to these strategies, we have multiple different scanners. So 80% of trading is technical analysis. Technical analysis is a fancy word for patterns. There's certain patterns that happen over and over and over. What if you had an AI software that could scan the market for you, find these patterns for you, and tell you exactly where to get in and exactly where to get out? Let me show you a trade that was actually called on our scanner on this last yesterday, actually. So yesterday, I was marking up my own charts. I was doing my own analysis. Here's the thing, guys. If you've never seen a chart, this is going to be a little bit confusing, a little bit overwhelming. What I'm about to explain is a little bit more for people who've been trading for a while. So don't get overwhelmed if you're brand new. Right now, we're looking at gold. Gold is my favorite asset to trade personally. We're on TradingView. TradingView is a free website where you can look at the charts. And I was doing my own analysis, and basically I had marked up this zone right here. This was Tuesday morning. We were all doing a live call together. And I said, hey, the market bounced off this zone multiple times in the past, and then it kind of broke above this key level. And I said, if price comes back down here, that we could look to potentially buy. Like I said, this is Tuesday around 7 a.m. And then I'm going to kind of just hit play. Did I say Tuesday, Thursday? This was yesterday at 7 a.m. And then I'm going to hit play so you guys can see what happened. By the way, we're on the 5-minute chart. So this is showing you how much price is going down or up. You can see the price over here in 5-minute increments. So 5, 10, 15 minutes later, price came back into this zone. And this bullish doji candle, this is a reversal candle. It's like, hey, you might want to buy me right here. So we said, hey, this was like the buy signal. And then price ended up shooting up. Now, here's the thing. How much money could you have made off this? Well, the market went for, we'll round down. We'll say 200. The price, it says, you can see right here, it says 20, but you move the decimal over one on gold. So it's about 200 points. So if you bought right here and the market shot up for 200, it's a point system, 200 pips, which are points, how much money could you have made? Well, the smallest trade size possible is 10 cents per point. So 10 cents per point times 200 points, you could have possibly made $20. This is the smallest trade size possible. Let me ask you a question. If you were making an extra $20 a day, every day, on average, obviously you're going to win some, you're going to lose some, you're going to have better days, you're going to have worse days. But in a month, that's an extra $600 a month. Drop a 111 in the chat if an extra $600 a month would be a little bit helpful for you in your current situation. And again, this is the smallest trade size possible. Then it goes in increments of 10 cents. So it goes 20 cents per point, 30 cents per point, 40 cents per point. Eventually you get to $1 per point. So at $1 per point times 200 points on that same trade, you could have made $200. There are people in our community doing $10 per point. If you're doing $10 per point on that same trade, you would have made $2,000. And again, this is in 5, 10, 15 minutes. Okay. We were done in 20 minutes. So when I say an hour a day, that's why I say an hour a day. What blew my mind was the same skill to make $2,000 in 20 minutes is the same skill to make, $20. It's just the only difference is the person who made 2,000 had a little bit more capital and a little bit more experience. But I say all that to say this. We have a scanner called DeFi. DeFi literally is the most simple and accurate AI scanner that I've ever seen. And Literally, that was my trade idea personally, and I've been trading for 7 years. So if you don't see what I'm seeing, it's okay. Like I said, I've been doing this for a very, very long time. But check this out, guys. Uh, Earlier in the morning, before we even hopped on the session, the scanner called a better entry, and it said to buy down here. It gave us the entry. Okay. It gave us the stop loss, which is your safety net in case the trade goes the wrong way, your entry, and then it gave you the targets, so where it saw the markets going. And so even if you don't have someone like me or any of the educators, you guys are going to learn how to use this scanner, and it will quite literally tell you where to buy, where to sell, where to get in, and where to get out. That's the hardest question for people who are new. They're like, yo, like how do I read the chart? And it takes years for some people to learn how to read the charts. With our education, you're going to learn very, very quick. But point being is this is how we help people become consistently profitable within their first few months, within their first month, within their first few weeks, is just by leveraging the scanner. Okay, so that is an amazing tool. And then that's a little bit about the education, guys. We have the academies, the live sessions, the scanners. Let's kind of switch gears. We're going to talk about automation. Now, over the years, many people didn't have the time. Many people, it was too hard for them to learn. Um, Many people said, "Hey, can you just trade for me?" Right? And we recently introduced something called IQ Auto. IQ Auto is a game changer. It's an app. And for some people, if your phone isn't updated, it might be called Omni on the App Store. But let me explain to you how it works. Step number one, you download the app. Here's the link. Step number two, you create your account. Step number three is you complete your KYC verification. So you just obviously have to, show that it's actually you, and you connect your broker. So you have to have a U.S. regulated broker. I would suggest using Oanda because it's the easiest one to set up, but you could use whichever broker that you want to use. And you connect your broker to the app, and you choose your strategies, which are basically educators. In the US, there's about a half a dozen educators that you can actually choose from. And what happens is when they place a trade, you're basically authorizing them for it to mirror on your account. So you're able to get these trades completely hands-free. It's full automation. Now, I've been doing this for 7 years. I had never seen something that I felt like this would help anybody and everybody. Like for me, I never really had anybody in my family trading with me or anything like that. But with something like IQ Auto, I'm telling my mom, my dad, I'm telling, my cat, my dog, my grandma, my goldfish, everybody that I know because it's full automation. And this last week from IQ Auto, they took 7 trades. They had 5 wins and 2 break evens this last week. It was about 7% growth, completely hands-free. So this has been a game changer, and we're super excited about this project. Another thing is you can set your desired risk. So you could choose how much you want to risk per person, per trader. So for me, I would recommend doing 3% risk. So if there's about, let's say there's 5 educators, 3%, 3%, 3%, 3%, 3%. So every time they take a trade, you know exactly how much you're risking. And then there is something called a safeguard, which is like your max loss. So essentially, let's say I set my safeguard to 10% or 15% or whatever. Let's say that hypothetically, this is not gonna, it's very, 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 very unlikely. It's statistically almost impossible. But let's just say every single one of the traders were all trading at once and they were all losing at the same time. You would have a safeguard, and the safeguard says, hey, once it hits, once you're in a certain amount of loss, it'll close you out automatically. You could be as conservative as you like. It could be 5%, 10%, 15%. It's completely up to you. But that is the safeguard feature that we have. So you can choose your risk per person, but also overall with all the traders all at the same time. So once you set it up, then that's it. Set it up, and then you are good to go. That's the automation, guys. And the next thing that I'm going to show you guys a step-by-step setup for the automation here in a minute. But like I said, education number one, automation number two. Number three, let's talk a little bit about our community. People join what we do because they want to make money, but they end up staying and falling in love with the community. I promise you, once you meet the people here, you're going to be like, yo, I love these people. They're amazing. They're super helpful. They have a great mindset, and they're here for accountability. They're here for support. And we've all heard the power of association, that you become whoever you surround yourself with. And I can tell you that, in my opinion, I'm biased, but I think that there's no better group of people that you could surround yourself with. So with that being said, we have chats, we have calls, we have events. Let's talk about it. So this is one of our team chats that we have. We have all of the recordings for our calls. We have personal development books, audios, podcasts. We're huge on personal growth. We have our affiliate chat here. You can actually refer people to our platform and get paid. We'll talk about that more. Results, people dropping their results in the chat every single day. If you were able to get some results this week, whether it's from the automation, whether it's from the scanners, whether it was your own trade, whatever it is, drop a $ in the chat if you were able to get some kind of results this previous week, guys. Let me know. I love to see it. Awesome. We have trade updates. So we drop a lot of the trade ideas in here. We have the general chat. We have our team calls in here. This is the call that we're on right now. We do team calls on Zoom all the time. And then we have our new members onboarding. So we have a couple different videos here on how to set up a demo account, how to set up a live account, how to actually place trades and manually execute them yourself, how to navigate the platform, which is what I kind of just showed you guys. And then this is how to set up your services, how to set up the automation. This one, it's about an hour and a half. So if you're like, hey, how do I set up the automation? What do I do? You guys are going to just go through this and we walk you through step by step. It's very, very simple. So that's a little bit about our chats. When it comes to calls, so the Iqonic platform is hosting live sessions every day, multiple times a day, like I showed you. But for our team VIP specifically, we do exclusive calls on Zoom for our team. And if you want to write this down, every day at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern, and also every day at 9 p.m. Pacific time, midnight Eastern, Monday through Friday, we do a live trading session together on Zoom. Skylar, I know you ran this session this morning. This was the only one I wasn't able to make this week. I was on every other one. I don't know. Is Skylar here? Are you busy? I don't know if I'm putting him on the spot. I have no idea if he's busy or not. He's like, bro, why you calling me? How did the session go this morning? I don't know if you're able to talk or not. Oh, he's driving. Unmute, please. I got you. Hold on. My bad, bro. I didn't know you were driving. It says you should be able to unmute.
Yo, what's good, fam? Yeah, we had a nice call out today, over 1,000 pips on gold. Literally had a nice wick entry, shot up. So for those that aren't waking up in time, you guys are missing out. So just
1,000
tap
pips,
in,
bro.
tap in, tap in. 1,000 pips, easy, bro.
That's crazy. So on the smallest trade size possible, they would have made $100.
Yep, yes, sir.
That's absolutely insane. You posted it in the chat, right? let's see. I think he posted it in the chat actually. Um, oh yeah, you guys can see right here. You have the entry, stop loss, and take profit from this morning. So shout out to Skylar. He runs a bunch of our morning calls. I appreciate you, bro. Um, okay. And so that's how our team calls. Oh, yeah, that's how our team calls it, guys. 7 a.m. and 9 p.m. Pacific time, trading calls, and then every day at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern, we do some kind of a training. Now, it might be a mindset training, it might be trading, it might be for investing, it might be an affiliate call. It's something different every single day. Most important call of the week is Sundays. Sundays at 6 p.m., same time, we do something called the vision call. The vision call is we go over the schedule for the week, so you know what calls are important. We go over, we highlight some success stories and see what's been working for people on the team. And then we do a mindset training to get everyone's mind right for the week. If you don't do anything, if you hopped on anything like Sundays at 6, put that in your calendar for sure as a reoccurring meeting. That's the most important call of the week. So that is how that works. And then let's see. Let's talk about events. Now, everything is online, which is great, but there's an energy transfer that happens in person that can't be explained through words. We have amazing events. People love the stuff that we do in person. We have a big event coming up if you're in the Seattle area. And if you're not, we have people literally flying in from everywhere. But it's going to be March 8th at 4 p.m. It's a Sunday, and it's going to be out here in the Seattle area. So we have Manny. Manny has been educating for trading for about a decade now. And on his live trading sessions, he's had over 1 million people view his live sessions. He's trained over 1 million people in 150 plus countries on his lives, believe it or not. He's going to be flying in from Florida. We have Calvin. Calvin is the top earner in the entire company. He's never been here before. This is going to be his first time being here. This event's going to be absolutely insane. We also have me. I'm not that cool, but I happen to be there as well. We also have my wife, Leanne. She's going to be speaking. And yeah, so we mostly do trading and investing, but we also have a little bit of education as well for social media on our platform. And Leanne is one of the top educators for social media. So if that's something that you ever wanted to get into, but this is going to be March 8th, and on top of that, we have another huge event. It's going to be the week after that. That one's going to be in Orlando. So we're all going to be flying to Orlando, and that one's going to be absolutely insane as well. So that is how that works. Ask whoever invited you about the Seattle event. If you're closer to that, or maybe you're in the bottom right corner of the US and you want to go to the Orlando event, whichever one, I'm going to be at both. A lot of us are going to be at both. So that is how that actually works. Now, let me break this down. When it comes to the platform to have access to everything, it's 215 on a monthly basis to have access to the education, the automation, the community, the chats, the calls, the events, and everything. But we have something called For No More. Basically, the company says, hey, if you refer 4 people, then guess what? You get a free membership. Let me ask you a question. If you're learning from the education, if you're making money with the automation, if you love the community, are you going to gatekeep that information? You're not going to tell anybody? Or are you going to share that with a couple of other people, friends, family, whoever it is? You probably not only want to share it, if people see you, you know, getting results hands free from the automation, they're going to ask you, they're going to say, yo, what are you doing? How are you doing what you're doing? Like, what do you have going on? Right. So, yeah, with that being said, you refer 4 people. At that point, you actually get a free membership. So our goal is to help people come in and get results within their first week and refer a few people within their first month so that they don't have to worry about the monthly. And then if you refer more than 4 people, that is where the company will actually pay you. You can make an extra $700 a month. It's residually. This is the first level, 700 a month residually. Residually meaning you could do work one time and get paid over and over and over for that work that you did once. So we get paid every Friday. So 700 divided by 4. My math isn't mathing right now, but I think it's 175. Let me just double check once before I give you guys some numbers. 175 times 4 is 700. That is correct. So that's the first level. After that, it just doubles at every level. So it goes to 1,500 a month. Then it goes to 3,000 a month. Then it goes to 5,000. Then it goes to 10,000. We actually just had Beeve, who's from New York. He flew into Seattle. He's at that 10K level, and he just did a meeting for us in Washington on Tuesday. Then it goes 15,000. Then it goes 25,000. One of my good friends, Matt Fernandez, he's in Canada. He's at the level of $25,000 residually every single month. When I tell you sky's the limit, I'm telling you, think bigger, think faster. And that's just a whole extra source of income is through partnering up with the company on a bigger level as an affiliate. So with that being said, guys, the next step from here is setting up a strategy session. It's just a fancy word for a game plan. So every single person here is different. You have a different situation. You have different goals. And based off that, someone that's doing this full time, whether it's me, whether it's whoever invited you, we'll sit down with you and we'll create, a customized game plan for you based off of what your goals are. And we'll tell you exactly, okay, cool, this is where you're at. This is what you need to do to get from where you are to where it is that you want to go. So I would say, hey, get back to whoever invited you and let them know, hey, this is my schedule this weekend. This is my schedule for the next few days. Let's set up this game plan so that we could talk about possible next steps from here, guys.